Arda Güler to Liverpool? The young Turkish sensation is turning heads, and Anfield could be his next destination. Jadon Sancho's future? I can tell you, the decision has been made. The English winger knows his next club, and we're expecting big news soon. And what about Victor Osimhen? A 100 million price tag is on the table, and there's a club ready to splash the cash. But who's behind this massive bid? All this and much more in today's issue, and you do not forget to put a like, click on the bell, and subscribe. You done yet? Then we can get started. Barcelona on verge of crucial financial breakthrough, potentially returning to La Liga's 1.1 spending rules. Deal for 15% of Barca Vision close to completion, negotiations in final stages. Understand Barca board meeting scheduled for Thursday could lead to official announcement. Club officials very proud of imminent agreement, seeing it as major success. Deal to sell 15% of Barca Vision previously owned by Libero in final stages. If completed, could allow Barca to finish 2023-24 season with small profit, would enable return to 1.1 spending rule for 2024-25 season. Achievement notable given reduced revenue from temporary Montjuic stadium move. Club aiming to meet financial objectives without player sales or additional economic levers. Sources confirm Barca's salary cap for 2023-24 was €204 million, compared to Real Madrid's €727 million. New deal crucial for competitive balance. However, some economic experts still have doubts, claim €60 million from previous Barca Vision sale needs addressing. Situation remains complex, club working to resolve all issues. Separate reports suggest player sales may still be necessary despite club's optimism. İlkay Gündoğan could be surprise departure despite strong performances, 14 assists this season. Club would consider offers to free up wage bill space. Gündoğan not actively seeking move, but has received interesting economic offers. Barca open to listening if player expresses desire to leave. Low transfer fee acceptable due to free transfer arrival. Barca management considering most of squad available for right price. Few players deemed structural for long-term future. Summer expected to be busy with potential ins and outs. La Liga president Javier Tebas previously expressed optimism about Barca's return to 1.1 rule if important matters resolved. Club believes this deal could be the key. Situation remains fluid. More updates to follow after Thursday's board meeting. Barcelona's financial future and transfer strategy hanging in balance. Manchester United have opened talks with representatives of Alvaro Morata. Atletico Madrid striker emerges as surprise target for Erik ten Hag's side. Negotiations in early stages but progressing. Understand Morata has a release clause of just €12 million in his Atletico contract, making him an attractive option for United given their limited summer budget of £50 million net spend. Club sees this as potential bargain. Man United exploring experienced striker options to support and mentor Rasmus Højlund. Morata's previous Premier League experience with Chelsea seen as significant advantage. Multiple clubs interested in Morata including Roma, Juventus, Borussia Dortmund and Fenerbahce. United will face stiff competition if they decide to trigger release clause. Players camp assessing all options. Morata impressed last season with 22 goals and 5 assists in 50 appearances for Atletico. Currently with Spain at Euro 2024, any potential move likely to be completed after tournament. Man United working with tight budget, looking to strengthen multiple positions including centre-back, left-back, central midfielder, right-winger and striker. Morata's low release clause aligns with their financial strategy. Erik ten Hag keen to add firepower after Anthony Martial's departure. Manager had to use Bruno Fernandes as false nine at times last season, wants to avoid similar situation. Atletico open to Morata's departure if release clause met, despite players' importance to Simeone's side. United considering structure of potential deal. Fenerbahce reportedly prepared to offer Morata £3.8 million per year wages. United would need to match or exceed this to secure player's signature. Situation remains fluid with several clubs in contact. United yet to make formal bid, but talks ongoing with players' camp. Club also considering other targets including Joshua Zirkzee. Barcelona emerge as serious contenders for Jadon Sancho as Manchester United open to loan deal. Negotiations advancing, understand Man United have directly offered Sancho to Barcelona. New Barca manager Hansi Flick is a big admirer of the English winger. Barcelona considering loan move as €60 million price tag for permanent transfer not feasible due to financial constraints. Barcelona's sporting director, Deco prioritizing Premier League talents, with Sancho fitting the profile. Player open to significant salary reduction to facilitate Barca move. Final decision expected mid-July after club assesses financial fair play situation. Man United initially set £50 million asking price for Sancho. Now accept loan as only viable option to offload player. Relationship with Ten Hag remains broken, no possibility of return to United's plans. Club eager to resolve situation this summer. Borussia Dortmund and Juventus have declined permanent move for Sancho due to high costs. Barcelona see opportunity in loan market but must address salary issues. Player's impressive loan spell at Dortmund has caught Barca's attention. Barcelona also advancing in talks for Real Sociedad midfielder Mikel Merino as key reinforcement. Liverpool's Luis Diaz remains Deco's top choice for winger position, but athletic club's Nico Williams favoured by board. Any incoming transfers depend on potential sale of Rafinha. Sancho open to all options, but prioritising Barcelona if deal can be struck. Man United not ruling out other clubs entering race. Players' camp pushing for resolution before pre-season. Barca to finalise transfer strategy by mid-July, with Sancho emerging as potential market opportunity. Club exploring various options based on financial fair play regulations. Situation remains fluid with multiple factors at play. More updates to follow in coming weeks as both clubs work on finding solution. Napoli/Victor Osimhen's asking price from €150 million to €100 million amid lack of concrete offers. Chelsea and Arsenal on high alert, situation developing quickly. Understand Osimhen remains determined to leave Napoli this summer. Player told in January, "I already made up my mind. I know what I want to do with my career. Exit strategy clear." Chelsea, Arsenal long-term admirers, but were deterred by initial €150 million valuation. New €100 million price could reignite pursuit. Both clubs in market for top striker. No formal bids yet, but expect movement soon. Sources confirm potential swap deal with Chelsea being explored. New Napoli coach Antonio Conte only wants Romelu Lukaku. Deal structure could hinge on Osimhen's departure. Napoli won't move for Lukaku without Osimhen's sale. PSG also closely monitoring Osimhen's situation. Club sees him as potential Mbappe replacement. Saudi Pro League side Al Ahly previously showed interest at higher price point could re-enter race. Osimhen impressed despite Napoli's poor season, scoring 15 goals in 25 Serie A appearances. Contract runs until 2026 after recent extension, but includes exit clause. Napoli's stance shift comes after no concrete offers at higher price. Club hoping reduced valuation will attract serious bidders. Funds needed for squad rebuild under Conte. Players' camp pushing for resolution before pre-season. Osimhen keen on Premier League move, but open to all top European options. Situation remains fluid. Napoli willing to negotiate structure of deal. Possibility of initial loan with obligation to buy, not ruled out for right club. More updates to follow as clubs assess new valuation. Expect this to be one of summer's biggest transfer sagas. Liverpool are ramping up their transfer efforts as they prepare for life under new manager Arne Slot. The Reds have identified Real Madrid, duo Arda Güler and Rodrigo as key targets for the summer window. Understand Liverpool have made initial contact with Real Madrid regarding Arda Güler. The 19-year-old Turkish talent, who impressed at Euro 2024, is seen as a priority target for Slot's project. Real Madrid currently only open to loan deals, but situation remains fluid. Rodrigo's situation to be monitored closely. Liverpool view the Brazilian as a dream signing, but deal remains complicated due to players' importance at Real Madrid. Potential arrivals of Mbappe and Endrick could change dynamics. Liverpool also focusing on centre-back options as they look for long-term successor to Virgil van Dijk. Multiple targets being considered, with club ready to make significant investment in this area. Outgoings also on the agenda at Anfield. Situations of Mo Salah and Luis Diaz to be clarified in coming weeks amid interest from Saudi Pro League and Barcelona respectively. Liverpool not actively pushing for sales, but open to significant offers. Michael Edwards returned to influence an appointment of Richard Hughes as sporting director signal new era in Liverpool's transfer strategy. Club looking to blend youth and experience in summer business. Sources confirm Liverpool's midfield overhaul is complete after £200 million investment last summer. Focus now on attack and defence. Arne Slot heavily involved in identifying targets that fit his playing style. More to follow as situations develop. Liverpool expected to be one of the busiest Premier League clubs in the transfer market.